Hey, it's Rich Tehrani with TMCnet. Thanks for watching. We're here in Silicon Valley this week. We're doing our Editors Week 2016, and on our program is Merijn. Booij, he's with Genesys. Merijn, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Rich.
So it's been about, I'm trying to think now, about 20 years or so since I've been coming out here and visiting. Since I first visited your company. I think that's how old your company is right now, right?
Yeah,
so that's when you first started. I was out here. Your office was in San Bruno, and then I moved to San Francisco,
Correct.
and I was here when you were in San Bruno.
Okay.
So now it's like almost a homecoming because now the company's back in the U.S. It's owned by, itself, right? I guess,
yeah,
and it's in the U.S. again. So
true.
So very exciting.
So we actually at our GeForce, our user conference in October in Miami, we kind of celebrated our 25th anniversary. And you're right, San Bruno, San Francisco, now in Daly City, but still in the Bay. Always felt like an American company, by the way, like homecoming was not really the topic, but we were very pleased and excited when we spun out of Alcatel-Lucent in 2012.
Well, it was an American company with a lot of Russian programmers, as I remember. I remember just going around and meeting. I was meeting some of the. You were a lot smaller back then. I would meet the programmers, and it was unusual because I don't remember too many Valley companies that had a lot of Russian programmers. But you know, it worked out really well for you, right? You got acquired by Alcatel, and then eventually that became Alcatel-Lucent, right? If I got it right, and then it got spun back out, and then you ended up buying Interactive Intelligence, and now you're a really big player in call center.
Correct. Well, to be exact, we're in the closing stages of that pending acquisition with Interactive. That's the benefit of spinning out of a company like Alcatel-Lucent and owning your own destiny, right? Being able to invest in where you want to take it. And the beautiful world of customer engagement is open, and adding Interactive Intelligence to our portfolio, I think, allows us to accelerate what we want to do in that space.
So it's some are surmising that cloud is a big reason for the acquisition. Is that partly true?
That's partly true, but we've been looking at Interactive for a long time. We've been actually talking to Interactive for a long time, and one of the things that we feel is really important when you do an acquisition like this is that the cultures fit. And we've always respected Interactive Intelligence for what they did in their space. And when we got closer and closer, we learned that they did the same thing with us, right? Two companies taking the high road, very good in the markets that they serve. Combining that in an adjacent market with complementary portfolios, great next generation cloud technology on both sides of the house, just to accelerate what we want to do, I think is a great fit. Yeah.
That's fantastic. And so I've got to ask you the obligatory question, like, is there anything new, anything that we should know about? News, things like that?
Well, if I go back about 3 months when we had our user conference and we started thinking about what's going to happen over the next 3 to 5 years in customer engagement, it's quite clear that we want to kind of leave the contact center business only, move into the customer engagement world, move into the wider engagement portfolio. We have been doing that in branch offices, in back offices already for quite some time. But we want to do that across the employee engagement world. We want to run smart businesses with everything that we do and embed open capabilities into our portfolio. You mentioned Russian engineers 25 years ago. At that time, we built Genesys as an open system with open standards, able to adopt next generation capabilities. And we're still that company. We're still open for Internet of Things, for artificial intelligence, all the new technology trends that are coming in, and I'm incredibly excited about that. I've got the official title of Chief Marketing Officer. If I would be able to do so, I would probably put Chief Product Geek or something on my business card. But so I'm incredibly excited about those possibilities. Yeah.
That's great. So what's next for the company?
What's next for the company is we're going into 2017. We're going to finalize the acquisition with Interactive Intelligence, be ready to rock and roll in the industry that we're in, disrupt the market, because it's one of the reasons we're coming together, is to create disruption in different parts of the market, around the workforce optimization space, around the engagement space, the ability to take micro applications into the self-service domain and bridge assisted and self-service in completely new ways. So that's what we're focusing on right now.
Oh, that's very exciting.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
So what else should the audience know before we close out?
Well, I think there are a couple of things to learn from what we've seen in the market, right? First of all, don't look at customer service as just being the contact center. I think it's really important when you think about how do I want to differentiate in the future, is that you take the engagement model and apply it across marketing, sales, and services. We're really good in that. We're one platform, It allows you to create high personalization in unique and very different ways. So don't think about it as bespoke little application that solve a problem. Think about the wider impact you would have on your customers. Think about best practices. Also get a company that's been there, that's proven technology, financially sound, led by great people. That's what I think you should invest in.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. This was great.
Very welcome. Good for having me.